Oh, God. Let me tell you guys about the time I got food poisoning, okay? And let me tell you, I'd much rather have AIDS than ever get food poisoning ever again. I wish food poisoning was like mono, where you only get it once in your life, and if you get it twice, then obviously you're a whore, but I'd much rather get cancer than ever get food poisoning ever again. It was honestly horrible. If you get food poisoning, you should probably just kill yourself. It would make things a lot less painful. It would honestly be quicker too. Honestly, you could set yourself on fire, and it wouldn't be as painful as food poisoning. But you know, I think everybody gets it at least once in their life. I unfortunately got it about a month ago, and I'm glad it's over. It lasted about a week and a half. Actually, wait, no, I'm lying. It didn't last a week and a half. Wait, did it? Holy shit! How long did it last? Might have lasted 3 or 4 days. Okay, so I'm broken, but 3 or 4 days, worst days of my entire life. Okay, I'd much rather go through high school all over again than go through food poisoning again. You know, it's pretty bad. But before I continue talking, I want to say, excuse my fucking stupid ass speech impediment bitch ass motherfucker ness. Anyway, food poisoning was horrible. Okay, I got it from eating, or from what I believe I got it from, was eating a tuna sandwich from 7-Eleven. And honestly, I've never had a problem with them before. I normally grab one before I go to work, and I'll throw it in the fridge, and I'll eat it later. And again, I've eaten a handful of them. Never had a problem before. Really, my couple of people in my family eat them. You know, it's not a big deal. It's just something you grab on your way to work when you're not trying to spend too much money on delicious food like sushi. And surprisingly enough, I eat a lot of sushi, and I've never gotten food poisoning from that. So, what the fuck? Anyway, I ate it earlier in the day, around 1 o'clock in the afternoon for lunch, and I came to realizing I wasn't feeling so good somewhere around late afternoon, and it wasn't until like maybe 11:30 at night when I actually felt like death. And I mean, I felt like death. Okay, I was out with my girlfriend and a friend, and we were at our ice rink, and I went home because I felt like shit. As soon as I got home, I threw up. Like the minute I walked through the door, I like had to catch it in my mouth. And by the way, don't ever catch your throw up in your mouth. Just let it go. It is horrible. It is fucking disgusting, dude. Like I can't express. I'm just an idiot and I decided to run to the toilet with it in my mouth, and I wish I had never done that ever. So once I throw up, I immediately hop in the shower because I wasn't ready for it. I got it everywhere. It was all down the front of me. It was all down my arm because I was trying to hold the toilet seat up and this, and that, and it just was not going well at all. Like, honestly, I got it everywhere. And when I got into the shower, I was hoping that it was just like the flu and I could, like, sweat it all out, or, you know, make things make things faster, get well faster than I really did. And so when I got out of the shower, I decided to take some NyQuil to help me sleep. I drank the NyQuil. I immediately threw up again. Now, mind you, I think I threw up a grand total of 10 to 15 times in just a day. Just one day, okay? And when I say a day, I mean 24 hours because it was already nighttime. So about 24 hours, I threw up 15 times. And every time I drank water, I threw up. Every time I got up to do my day, I still felt like shit. But it wasn't the shit where you got the flu and you can't, go on about your day. It's that I just threw up and my head feels like I got hit by a truck. Like I ate a sledgehammer for dinner. Like it was not a good feeling. So I wanted to get up, go about my day, and see if I could just walk it off, kind of a thing. I went to go brush my teeth, and I threw up immediately. Threw up as soon as I put the toothbrush in my mouth and I tasted the toothpaste, and all of that fun stuff. So naturally, I threw up and I continued to throw up, and I was like, okay, I'll try again. Okay, I put brand new toothpaste on my toothbrush, washed my toothbrush off, and I tried again, and I threw up again. Real shocker, right? It was like, I don't know what I was thinking, I don't know what I was doing, but I threw up again. You know, it was just not my day, and it wasn't my weekend because it did happen on a Friday. And the worst part about it is I open my job on Saturdays and Sundays before the sun even rises. Like, literally, the crack ass of dawn is when I have to be up. So I'm sitting there, 4 o'clock in the morning, throwing up everywhere. Just throwing up. And the worst part is, nobody in my house just decided to be like, oh, are you okay? Let me bring you some water and make sure, you're not going to die as we can hear you hit the floor in the bathroom. And honestly, water didn't help either. Every time I drank water, I'd throw it up immediately. And honestly, I would rather just keep throwing up than having the shits like I did, man. Like, the shits probably were the worst. I couldn't fart because it was a shit. It wasn't a fart. It was the most runny, sloppy, swamp goo you could ever imagine. Like, it was just disgusting. And it was just like this for 3 or 4 days. But honestly, now that it's over, I really appreciate life, and I've learned a few things, okay? One, never eat anything that 7-Eleven sells by their name, except for their gummy worms, because those things will stop you up. They won't make you go, they'll stop you up. And I can live with that. I can live with being constipated because I'm a grumpy ass anyway, so it's natural. I get it from my father, But don't eat their hot dogs. Don't eat their chicken wings. Don't eat nothing, okay? No matter how cheap it may be, no matter how hungry you are, okay? Just don't. But I learned something else too. Like, honestly, I've learned that sushi is amazing. I can eat that shit forever, not get fat, not get food poisoning, and be happy with my life. Sure, it's expensive. I can live with that. I'll just spend every single paycheck I get on sushi. No big deal. Okay, and these are two really important things that I am now happy that I've learned, okay? And honestly, I think the worst part of all of it was like the second day it happened, or the day of, maybe 12 hours after I threw up my lungs. I decided to go downstairs and take a shit, my regular 30-minute shit. And I was there sitting on my phone. And I was done, so I put my phone between my legs and my underwear. Forgetting it was there, I stood up. And it scared the living shit out of me. It hit my nuts, and I thought I had shit myself. So I immediately dropped my pants and just continued to shit. Even though I didn't shit, I just sat there. I just sat there for another 5 minutes. And then I went to look for my phone. I couldn't find it. So I stood up again, pulled my pants up, and it smacked my nuts again. And I cried. I cried because I thought I had shit myself. And I was like, these are my favorite boxers, man. My favorite ones. They're little Mickey Mouse boxers, and I got them from Disney, and I love them. And I just shit in them. I was terrified. And then I pull my pants down again, and I see my phone, and my tears went away. It was like seeing Jesus. Like, oh my God. I was so happy. It was the most happiest moment of my life. Of my adult life, I guess you could say. I don't know, being a kid was fun, playing the Nintendo 64. Things like that. But I'm happy now. I'm really happy. Because I made it through it. It was all a learning process. And again, future reference for anybody that gets food poisoning, okay? Just kill yourself, okay? It's so much easier. And it's, again, just go eat a bowl of acid. It's so much less painful. Like, just save yourself the trouble.